My wife's son shoved me at the Christmas table. That seat is for my real dad. The room went silent, eyes locked on me, and the air turned cold. The moment I hit the floor, tasting blood, I knew my life was over. But it wasn't the shove that killed me, it was the silence. Around me, the Christmas dinner went silent, a tableau of horrified faces pretending not to see me. My stepson, Caleb, stood over me, his hand still raised, his eyes burning with something I finally recognized as pure victory. This seat belongs to my dad. Get out. He said it loud enough for everyone to hear. The only sound was my wife, Abigail, carefully setting her wine glass down. I waited for her to speak, to stop him, to prove I wasn't a ghost in my own home. She didn't. She just grabbed a napkin, meticulously wiping gravy off the hardwood floor, as if that was the real emergency. As if I wasn't on my knees, cranberry sauce staining my shirt, shattered. It hit me then. This wasn't a fight I could win because I was the only one fighting. I got up, silent, walked past the Christmas tree I'd spent hours decorating, grabbed my jacket, and left. Roger, Caleb's biological father, laughed about something in the kitchen. No one followed. No one called. I sat in my truck for 10 minutes, watching the warm glow of the windows, the shadows moving like nothing had happened. Then I drove to a motel off Interstate 70 because I had nowhere else. Let me back up. This didn't start that night. It started 16 years ago, the day I married Abigail and inherited a teenager who never wanted a stepfather. My name's David Miller, 56. I spent 32 years as a union machinist before my back gave out. My father taught me your word is your bond, your home is your kingdom. He sat at the head of our table for 40 years, in an oak chair he built in 1967. When he passed, I inherited it. It wasn't about power, it was continuity. Being the man who keeps the roof solid, the bills paid, the fridge stocked. For 16 years, I was that man. Caleb grew from a sullen 17-year-old to a 32-year-old who still saw me as a temporary inconvenience. Abigail always said he'd come around, that Roger complicated things. I believed her because admitting otherwise meant admitting I'd been a guest in my own life for 16 years. The disrespect wasn't new, just usually small enough to ignore. Caleb would show up with Roger, drinking beer in my garage, going quiet when I entered, like I'd intruded. 2 weeks before Christmas, Caleb asked if Roger could come to dinner. Abigail said yes without asking me. When I mentioned it was supposed to be immediate family, she gave me that look, the one that makes me the problem. He's Caleb's father, David. Don't start. Watch full story link is attached below.